Are you listening?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Run In Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Big Mike, and I am joined, as always, by my brother, Sp3dRock. What's going on, Sp3dRock?
Yeah, man, I was just dancing too, but I time it out right.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, we're live.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that new theme slaps.
It does. I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
You guys did a very good job picking which theme we went with. So good job to you guys, the audience, for picking that theme for us. We appreciate that.
Hooray.
And as always, we will say hello to the people that make it happen, starting with Herb and Raj. What's up, Herb and Raj podcast? We love you too, man. Make sure you check the Herb and Raj podcast out every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Central, and their Unhinged After Dark episodes every Saturday at 7:30. Appreciate you coming in there, man. Hope everything is safe. I know you were driving home not too long ago. Hopefully you made it there. Carol saying hello to Herb and Raj. What's up, Carol? Thank you for joining us. Lady Alpha's in the house. TC also, they joined us for our behind the scenes at 7:30 on Sp3dRock's Twitch. Make sure you go subscribe to Sped's Twitch, and you can see us behind the scenes 30 minutes earlier, where we sit there and talk about absolutely nothing and everything all at the same time. So anything but wrestling. We did throw a little bit of wrestling in there, so there it was a little bit of that. So saying what's up, Jeremy? Welcome in, man. Appreciate you joining us. Our normal wrestling encyclopedia, Stampede. What's going on, man?
Thank you for tonight's matchmaker, brother. Thank you.
He will be an even larger part of the show, as he has provided Sped with some other competitors for the TRI matchmaker, which you guys caught a sneak peek of. Not this matchmaker, but just a matchmaker in general, as you joined me. Thank you guys all for your support as I joined Michael and Tori on the Kicking Out at 2 podcast on Tuesday. Had a really good time with them. So thank him. I see Michael was in there earlier. Thanks for the invite. I had a great time. Anytime you guys want me back, be sure to say whatever, and I'll be there. But also go check them out at Kicking Out at 2. They are live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock as well. They are also live most Thursdays doing GM mode on WWE 2K25. So go check them out as well. What's up, Cass? How you doing tonight? And there's a brand new shiny free agent out there, and that would be some breaking news, but we do have some other breaking news that we do want to talk about before we get into our predictions. It is prediction night. We are predicting pretty much every major show, NXT, WWE, AEW, all predictions. All of our gold hardware is on the line. You see that belt right there behind Sped. My AEW crown is on the line. The WWE crown is on the line for Saturday Night Main Event as well. It is all about the crowns and championships tonight. Or as Booker T would say, the checks and championships. It's all about checks and championships.
It's our night of champions, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah. I guess you could put it that way.
I mean, tonight we will have a first ever. We will crown on Saturday or Sunday. Sorry, Saturday. We will crown our first ever non-run-in participant, a member, as a WWE King. So that's gonna be fun.
So as Sped mentioned, we do have some guests. They won't be on camera tonight. They won't be on the show, but you've seen them on our past couple of predictions for WWE. Brian at Sooner2451. I can't remember all the numbers. Go check them out. You'll see it here later. And Ultimate One, who was on the predictions, actually tied on our Backlash predictions. So they will actually go one-on-one with some predetermined predictions that I will put up during the show, and they are actually competing for the run-in crown. So it will, like you said, the first time ever a non-run-in person will be the run-in WWE champion. So it's going to feel a little weird. You and I will be competing for a number one contendership. So with our picks, so we will still make our picks for that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But as I said, there is some breaking news out of the world of wrestling that we'll get into before we get into our predictions. So without further ado, a little bit of a new as it was reported by multiple outlets today, WrestleMania will no longer be in New Orleans next year. It was announced by The Rock a few months back that WrestleMania was coming back to New Orleans. Everybody was excited about it. And then today, kind of got the rug pulled out of them. What do you think about the announcement of them leaving New Orleans before we get into where we would think they may go next?
Well, I mean, didn't they get Money in the Bank as a consolation prize for this? It's just like what?
They are getting Money in the Bank, and they are going to still have a future WrestleMania, just not this one.
Okay, because I know that they did the same thing with Minnesota, right? Big old no yeet. But yeah, no, I really don't care. You know, I'm not going to WrestleMania. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. That right there, I was going to talk about that later. Ace Austin.
It was going to be our other breaking news after we talked about WrestleMania, but I had to put it up there.
Yeah, no. So I think this is not a bad move. I'm not going. I'm still watching from home. So for me, it's not a bad move. I mean, they make more money over there in Las Vegas than they would in New Orleans.
Well, we've heard the rumors. I don't think it's been official yet that they're going back to Las Vegas. But if it's not Vegas, if it's not New Orleans, London. Where would you like them to have WrestleMania next year?
Besides Atlanta, because I'm biased on that, I would love for London to finally get a WrestleMania. Those guys deserve it over there. And think about all the money you can make overseas with that. That would be thank you. I said the same thing. Besides Atlanta, it would have to be London. Or, put them up in Canada. Those guys would go nuts too.
Run-in winner. There you go. Something like that.
Oh. No yeet.
Oh, yeah, we did get a yeet from Lady Alpha there. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, if they're going to leave somewhere, and look, I don't hate just Atlanta. We've famously talked, especially on our behind the scenes. I do hate the Atlanta Braves. I don't hate the city of Atlanta. I don't think they would leave somewhere like New Orleans just to go to Atlanta because city-wise, that is a lateral move. It really is. You may get upset about that because I know you love Atlanta. New Orleans and Atlanta, not much different as far as stuff around to do. I mean, there's actually more to do in New Orleans there is Atlanta. So they would probably make more money in New Orleans. If you're going to leave New Orleans like that, you've got to go somewhere like Las Vegas again, like a Los Angeles, overseas to London. It's got to be a big time venue where you're either getting paid a ton of money up front or there's going to be enough residual stuff that it outweighs what you would do in New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be New York. It's got to be LA. It's got to be Las Vegas. One of those big time areas, or London, or I mean, we don't think of Mexico City like that. Mexico City is one of the biggest cities in the world, and they just picked up a huge market in Mexico. So any kind of international city like that would be really big. So it's got to be something like that, in my opinion, for them to pull the rug out from under New Orleans. And again, they are going to get a WrestleMania in the future. It's not like the relationship is broken or, non-mendable. I saw some people post that online. They are getting Money in the Bank next year. They are going to get a WrestleMania in the near future within the next 3 to 5 years. So they're going to be repaid for what they're doing. I would imagine it's going to be international just because of the optics of, hey, if we're going to pull out, if it's not Vegas. I've heard all those rumors that it's going to be Vegas again. If it is, whatever.
I want London. Give me London. Give me Spain. Germany would be nice. I mean, hell, Australia. Take them over to the Tokyo Dome.
That's never going to happen.
I know, but I'm just saying. That would be beautiful. Okay? If you want to do something international, bring your ass over to the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, exactly, Stampede. I'm not going whether it's in Las Vegas, whether it's in New Orleans, if it's in London. If they put it in Atlanta, I'm probably still not going because I can't afford it. That would be the closest thing. Atlanta or Nashville would be the closest to me here in Birmingham. Hell, if they put it in Birmingham, I probably couldn't afford it because it's still expensive as shit. I'd still be watching it on my TV. As you saw on my X, I put, no matter where they have it physically, it will still be broadcast live on my TV. So it doesn't really matter to me.
You damn right.
Michael says he wants them to come to. Selfishly, we all want them to come to our state or our town, but
I told one of my friends that they might go to Omaha, Nebraska. He was like, "Dude, shut up! All right, if they go to Omaha, I will punch you."
Well, to show how bad it is for Birmingham, like I tried to go to Grok on X and make one of the AI graphics that everybody else was making for different cities and try to make a WrestleMania in Birmingham graphic. And I put on there to put the skyline of Birmingham, and it couldn't even put the skyline of Birmingham because nobody has pictures of the skyline of Birmingham. So even if they had, it really wouldn't have mattered. But just shows you how far down the pecking order we are when people talk about cities and stuff like that. So unfortunately, it never got made, so I never posted it. I couldn't find one that was good enough to
You guys are
publicly put
always
out there.
under construction, though, man. You just drive into Birmingham and it's
Because
construction.
we're always growing. We're always working on ourselves.
Yeah, and growing that greyhound.
We're always a work in progress. We had the World Games. Leave us alone. And the other breaking news, let me pull Stampede's comment back up, is yes, there is another free agent. Ace Austin has departed TNA after the two sides could not come to an agreement on a new contract. Big question. Everybody's asking it. Where does Ace Austin go?
AEW.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect fit for him. All freaking day.
Yeah.
All
he needs
day.
To stay as far away from WWE as possible.
Yep. Thank you. He would freaking thrive in AEW. He would have, I think, international title would be a great little spot, or TNT International around that side. Don't put him in a Continental bullshit. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Yeah, I don't think the Tokyo Dome would work well for WrestleMania either, Stampede, but that would be beautiful. All right. Atlanta does have a lot to do, but it's too much. It's too congested. Think about it in this perspective. I grew up in Atlanta. All right. But no, that's why Atlanta gets overlooked for this reason. Okay. It takes us 5 hours to get from 75 to 20 during rush hour traffic. Think about how long it's going to take them to get out of the parking lot after a Mercedes-Benz, then get them out of Atlanta itself. It's just too congested in Atlanta. People will be all bitching the whole time. Atlanta is way too compact. I love Atlanta, but it's BS to go to a Hawks game, go to a Falcons game. And I'm loving the fact that the Braves got out of downtown Atlanta and said, you guys come to us.
Yeah. Sorry, I put the squirrel in front of Sped, so we kicked off back to the WrestleMania comment, but back to Ace Austin.
Oh yeah, no, he'll be
Carol agrees. He should go to AEW. Stampede agrees. And he could also work for MLP, where they have a working relationship as well.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I mean, just what I've seen of him, I don't know him as well, but what I have seen of him, his style, everything, he fits perfectly with AEW. Yes. He doesn't need to be in WWE.
No, keep him away.
He doesn't need them. They don't need him. I mean, it's fine. He should do well there.
TNT's an international title range right there. Boom, boom. Yeah. For right now, he's got the ability to go higher. But yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing, Michael. If he goes to AEW, he could still work with New Japan.
That's what I was
because of their relationship. So why go to just New Japan when you can go to, quote unquote, the bigger market here in the US and then go back to New Japan as needed. So
yeah, do the tournaments, the G1 tournament,
exactly, just like a lot of them do now. I think Takeshita's over there doing some of that now.
Yeah.
So,
man, that guy's so quick and crisp. Best wrestler in the world to me. Like, I would love to meet that dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, easy. I would love to meet that guy. Be like, listen, high five, please.
He'd break your hand.
I pretty much, dude. His hand probably engulfs my face. Yeah.
Look, and Carol, I'm not saying you can't handle it. I'm not saying Atlanta couldn't handle it. Because you're right. They've had a Super Bowl there. They've had the national championship. They've had all those things.
Yeah.
But
it's just congested,
you get more outside revenue from a place like New Orleans than you would Atlanta. I mean, that's just a simple fact. It really is.
It is. It is a bigger tourist area.
I'm sure he's taking notice of how well his former friends in TNA are being presented. Kevin Knight, Bailey, Alexander. That's true. Very true.
It was the best move.
And even still, I don't know. Like, even those three names, I don't know that any of them would have done a lot in WWE if they had gone to WWE.
No. Bailey, no. Alexander,
Kevin Knight, maybe. Kevin Knight would have had a really good NXT run. I don't know how he would have presented on. He would have been another Ricochet.
Yes, that's what I thought. But no,
I
I
think his
think
mic work is better than Ricochet, but he'd be right there around that level.
Alexander out of those 3 would have had a better run in WWE, just based on he could pull what Angle did in WWE and still but make it look really good too at the same time
Yeah, but
as
so can
well.
Chad Gable. And
Yeah, I know, and you don't need him. That's why perfect fit over there and
yeah,
um
if they would
AEW.
let Chad Gable, that's the point. That
Oh
was
my
kind of my point,
yes.
not the
Yeah,
fact
I
that
know.
Chad
Yeah.
Gable's. They
No,
won't
that's
let
what
Chad Gable do that because that's why he didn't need to go there because they would not have used him that way.
that's why I'm saying he's perfect fit over in AEW because of that. That's why I was agreeing with you on that.
Yeah, I figured they would want him in NXT. I wouldn't have seen Knight on the main roster.
Alexander
I
on
definitely would have seen
NXT,
him in
no.
NXT. Alexander on NXT would have been weird just because
That should have been main roster all day.
I mean, maybe you let him go there for a month,
No yeet. I
but
just saw
other than
that.
that, no, you let him go, man. You let him go to the big road. Let him stay at AEW where he's happy. I wasn't thrilled about him being in Don Callis' family at first, but it's working out.
He's working. Yeah, I was gonna say this is perfect for him, I think.
Also, the last breaking news, not really breaking news because it happened on Monday. We talked about it on our pre-show. Shout out and prayers go to Zoe Stark, who had a horrific knee injury. I know Michael, Tori, and I talked a little bit about on Kicking At It too, but I wanted to bring it up here too. She is supposed to be meeting with doctors about surgery options and recovery time. So, lots of thoughts and prayers go out to her as she goes through and finds out exactly how long she's going to be out, exactly what's going on with her knee and what kind of surgery she has to have. So, definitely lots of thoughts and prayers going out to her. Speedy
Yes.
recovery. I know she's one of your
Yes.
favorites, Fed.
Yes, she is one of my favorites in that ring. I think she's one of the best female wrestlers. Not like top 3, she's definitely top 5 in WWE in my opinion. She can go in the ring with anybody. But that was just
Yeah.
man, that hurt me watching her scream like that, like how bad it hurt her.
Yeah.
Oh man, it hurt me. And then my wife was like, "Is she okay?" I was like, "No, if they're going to commercial like
No.
this right away, no, she's not okay."
Yeah.
You
In a
know,
word, no, she's not okay.
no, yeah, like I feel for her. I've torn my ACL before. I've torn my meniscus and my MCL, and it's not fun the recovery and everything. So I feel for you, and I'm
And
praying
I
for you
said
big
this on
time.
Tuesday. I would be shocked the way it looked like her leg bent. I would
She
be
tore that
shocked if it's only
ACL.
tears. Like
I
it would surprise me if there's not a bone break somewhere in there. I mean, there's no way
really.
your leg turns that way and it doesn't break something, man.
I think to be honest with you, I think she tore PCL and her MCL for sure. Like, I really think no, one injury that I can say that's worse than that was that Kevin Ware kid. I think he played for Kentucky back in the final. He was in the Final Four, March Madness. He went up. He went, he dunked it, and his leg split, and his bone came right out and stuff. Oh man,
Was that
I was in
Kentucky
the
or was that Florida? That was Florida last year, wasn't it?
no. I was in the Army when this happened. This kid's
Okay.
basketball career was done after that. This was like, I want to say 2008, 2009, right before I went into Iraq. But yeah, no,
One of
that's
the
the one.
kids from
Yeah.
Florida had that same thing happen at last year's March Madness,
Yes,
not
I
this past
remember.
one, but the
Yeah.
one before.
Yeah. And that one was,
Well, I thought maybe
oh
that's who you were talking about
God.
because it like almost the same thing happened. He just came down off a jump and like it
Yep.
snapped.
And
So
it
yeah, it was
snapped.
bad.
Yeah. It was bad. And when her knee buckled that way, that's all I could think of. She tore her PCL and her MCL right away. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought of was her PCL is gone. Oh yeah, no, Sid Vicious's leg when
Yeah, I
he
think
broke
at this
his
point
leg.
everybody's seen that,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
ugh, that was gross.
Yeah, it was bad.
That makes my stomach still hurt to this day.
All right, but we will get into the meat and potatoes of why we are here. We will get into our predictions. Make sure you've got your notebook ready. You ready to go?
Yeah.
You got it?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm
You
ready.
good?
Saturday night. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
We are starting with Saturday night's main event. As you see, the crown is currently still vacant. Again, we had a tie for those who missed the beginning of the show. It will be Brian and Ultimate One. They are going one-on-one. I will have their predictions up after we make our predictions. You will visually see theirs. And there will not be a tie. We will have a tiebreaker. And if you and I need to do the tiebreaker, we will answer the same question, but we will see how our picks shake out first. They had a couple of matches that were different, so there was a need for a tiebreaker. So it was there. Yeah, we'll get started and make sure we've got a champion coming out of this.
No yeet.
First up,
No
and
yeet.
the Yeets do start with
damn,
Jey
no
Uso
yeet.
taking on Logan Paul for the World Championship. I'll let you go first on this one. Not that I think it matters. Who do you have winning this match?
I'm going with Jay in this one. Everybody knows that. Logan Paul, he's all talk, no bark. That's it for me. No yeet.
Yeah, I mean, there doesn't have to be a whole lot to this. It's gonna be Jey Uso. There's no way to let Logan Paul take that title.
Yeah, and plus it's more marketable with Gunther versus Jay round 2 for the title.
Yeah.
No yeet.
I guess going forward, do they let Logan Paul go back into Money in the Bank, considering Money in the Bank's only 2 weeks away?
I hope not. I hope bloody not. I hope it's like, I hope they're not doing the whole tag team crap, triple threat crap that they've been hearing with Travis Scott, John Cena, and Logan Paul. But
we'll get to that.
But if he's in Money in the Bank, I would like to see him go up against someone, like for a number 1 contenders match for Jey Uso again. Something like say someone steps in on this one, Rollins. All right, for instance, steps in on this match and costs Logan Paul the match. Then I can see them pushing Rollins versus Logan Paul at Money in the Bank for a number 1 contenders match for Jey Uso's World Heavyweight Championship. So I hope it's more. He stays in the main event scene, but he's not going to get that shot. It's just he looks good with everybody in the ring,
I just want to see Gunther, Seth, CM Punk. I just want to see all of them kick his ass.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
Sure.
Yeah, it would be beautiful. Especially Gunther. Gunther would school him in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. Next up, we have for non-title match. We have
it's not
John Cena
bad.
facing. Well, I mean, you didn't.
I put the title on the side right there.
Oh well, I mean the title's still showcased.
Okay,
I would have never noticed it if you hadn't said anything. So.
Yeah, no, it's my little
Truth versus his childhood hero John Cena. I'll go first on this one. I don't think there's any way Truth wins. I know it's non-title, so it adds a little bit of jeopardy to it because it's non-title. Will they let him do it? No, I think he's going to beat the shit out of Truth. I think they're going to pull the same trope they always do. Cena beats the crap out of Truth and gets even more heat, just like they did with Bronson Reed, just like they did with Seth Rollins when they turned him heel, just like they do with almost everybody who goes heel. R-Truth's the most popular guy on the roster, other than apparently Dominic Mysterio right now. And so you gotta let him get beat up to get your biggest person out there.
Yeah,
what you got, man?
I told my wife the other day, I was like, listen, I feel like this is going to be that SummerSlam where Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for the WWE Championship, and John Cena gets his ass whooped by, Brock Lesnar. Like, he got manhandled by Lesnar. I think this is going to be the same way, but I got Cena winning as well. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
Stampede, I can't believe I'm typing this, but John Cena beats R-Truth. I don't think it's the main event, though. I thought last I heard that they were doing Uso and Logan was the main event.
Yeah, I thought
That's the last I heard, is that was going to go on last, which I don't even agree that should be. I think the cage match should be the main event, but last I heard it was Logan and Jay was supposed to be in the main event, which is still weird.
Great.
When your main event options are Cena and Truth or Jey Uso and Logan Paul, it's a weird pay-per-view. Or it's technically not even a pay-per-view. It's a glorified house show. Next up is the cage match I previously mentioned. Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, cage match, grudge match for all the pride. Who you got?
I got Drew McIntyre 3 times in a row for this man. I do believe what Drew says. Drew tells the truth all the time. He has been telling the truth this whole bloody time. Okay? Everyone's all like, oh man, Priest is good. Priest has only been good because Drew has allowed him to be good. All right? Drew wins this match. This is what
See,
we
this is the
prefer
one.
doing.
This is one of the ones I'm torn on. I really am.
I see. I can't see them giving it to Priest. Priest has been the aggressor this whole time, the whole bloody time. Oh, okay. Carol wants.
She's hoping Damian wins. I gotta go, Drew. I just he needs the win.
He does.
You
keep that momentum.
Damian can go to the mid card after this. He could be part of the Fatu beatdowns that are coming up over the next few months, hopefully. I don't know. As much as I would like to see Damian win, I think Drew takes it. I think Drew needs it more.
Well, see, the thing is this. The thing is this. Okay. The thing is this. We're gonna get Drew versus Fatu. Everybody and their grandmother wants that match. All right, and it's the fact that Drew.
My grandmother doesn't want it. She's a big Cena fan. She doesn't care about that match. My grandmother's a big Cena fan. So
everybody but Big Mike's grandmother wants that, right? But it's funny because the way you just said that, Cena is the big champion, but who is he calling the baddest dog in the yard? And that's Fatu, and that's what makes this funny to me because everyone's been asking who we gonna have, who do we want Cena to lose the title to? Drew McIntyre, just because of that line right there, to prove the point that he's not the biggest dog in the yard anymore. It's me, and I would love to see it. Like, I love the way you're doing that though. Like, no.
So just for you, Michael, I'll read your comment. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Drew, Priest, doesn't care who wins. But it's just big meaty man slapping meat.
It is big meaty man slapping meat. Bunch of meat.
I need Damian and Fatu to finish. Yes, let them finish their story.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense for Damian to drop back down to the mid card to go after Fatu and he doesn't need to win to do that. If you're going to keep Drew elevated to the main event scene, then he's got to win. He's got to take this. He's got to stay at that elevation. And there you go. There's a yeet.
No yeet.
I don't think I could watch WWE if Damian isn't a top tier guy. I mean,
Damian is cool. I like his rock star persona.
And again, we look at going into a feud with Jacob Fatu doesn't mean you're not a top level guy, because Jacob Fatu, yes, he's holding a mid card title. I wouldn't call Jacob Fatu a mid card
champion. Person. No, he's not. No,
I mean he is being elevated. So him and Damian Priest being right there on that same level isn't an insult.
And plus, Priest.
So don't get me wrong. I mean, I think he's going to be one of those people like Fatu that can kind of go back and forth between the main event and the mid card and kind of go fluctuate back and forth.
Well, I mean, he is in that rare category because once Fatu gets in the main event, you don't want to see his ass drop back down to the mid card. But Priest is in that rare card where he can be up there in the main event scene and win it, but he also is like a top tier mid carder. You got you guys that are definitely mid card material. And then you got Damian Priest, who's right there,
Well, and I would say he's on the same level as and this is going to sound like a weird comparison, but you look at Sheamus. Sheamus now is in a mid-card feud, but if you give Sheamus a win or two, you could very easily see Sheamus in a main card title feud.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
If Gunther gets the belt again, if Gunther or Seth Rollins beats Jey Uso for the belt, you could very easily see Sheamus challenge one of them for the main event title, and it doesn't hurt. It makes a ton of sense. So he's kind of one of those kind of on that same level there, where you go either way with him.
Oh yeah,
3 circles right around to the not in it. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what we were talking about. All right, next up, the tag team match. This is the last match, right? This is number 4, right? Yeah. CM Punk, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker in the huge tag team match. You're up first. Who you got?
Man, I want to say Rollins and Breaker in this one. I'm going to put that one down. Rollins, Breaker. I just like this tag team, man. these guys, I just like this faction. I'm sorry, I like this faction. I get what they're doing with Punk. He's going to be the guy that Seth and Brown, uh, out of control. Okay, fair enough.
I love that autocorrect.
I love autocorrect. Yeah, it's so messed up. But no, I just want to see Seth and Breaker, the faction, keep going. North. But yeah, no, this is. I was thinking it was going to end in DQ as well.
So
Paul gets
with
involved.
you having, you said you've got Punk and not Punk, you've got Seth and Braun, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will be anticlimactic. I am also picking Seth and Braun. I don't think. I mean, they're the new team. They're the up and coming team. They just put this faction together. You still have that kind of will they won't they for Seth and Punk or Sammy and Punk. Sorry. But the big question, I guess, is in the huge discourse online is, does Sammy turn heel, turn on Punk, and join the group? What do you think?
I don't think he joins the group. No, there's another guy waiting in the mix. And I think he's your...
Who do you think it is?
Man, Theory. The draft's coming up, and Heyman's been big on Theory for a while. And
Theory's on Raw. They wouldn't have to worry about the draft.
Oh, he's on Raw. That's right. I was thinking he was on SmackDown still. But yes, I think Theory would be the perfect guy for Rollins and Breaker with Heyman. I was trying to write down tiebreaker at the same time.
You're good. So again, if you've heard me on any show, I don't even know if I've mentioned it on this show. I will die on this hill. I want a complete reset for Grayson Waller. I want him to join this group. I am starting to agree with Stampede that they won't have a third member for a while, and I'm okay with that. If they have a third member.
Yeah.
I want it to be Grayson Waller. And Michael and I actually talked about this both on and off air the other day. If you look at Evolution, which is what this group has been compared to a lot.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker is your Batista. Seth Rollins is your Triple H. Everybody's calling Paul Heyman the Ric Flair, even though I don't get it because Ric Flair's still a wrestler. But that's the way they're coming. He's kind of the brains, the old veteran kind of presence. And that part I get.
Yeah.
Randy Orton, before he joined Evolution,
was nothing.
Was a very comical character.
Yep.
He wasn't the legend killer. He wasn't even that devastating. He wasn't the Viper yet. He was none of that. He was the guy that was making funny news blurbs and making people laugh and be goofy. He joins Evolution, has a reset, and becomes the Viper, becomes the legend killer, becomes who he is today. You could do something similar, not on that level. I will say again, I am not calling Grayson Waller the next Randy Orton, but you can do something on that same plane, give him a reset, let him be very serious, see a different side of Waller that we've never seen, and then he would fit in very well and see where it goes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with Austin Theory, honestly.
That's pretty funny. But we've seen Austin Theory be serious. His heel run, he was serious last time. So we've seen that from him. And I agree, if they were going to turn Theory heel, they could do that. But Theory's getting too many cheers. Theory's getting too over. They should make Theory a babyface.
Yeah.
Make Baby Randy the new guy. That would be funny.
I almost put that at the bottom. Can Baby Randy win? So it looks like we're gonna have a tiebreaker.
Yes. And we will have a tiebreaker. So we will go over the predictions for Ultimate One and Brian, because it will reveal what the tiebreaker is, and then we will answer the tiebreaker question. So first up, you have the Ultimate One's picks. He picks John Cena, Damian Priest, Jey Uso, Sammy, and CM Punk. And our tiebreaker question is, how many minutes does the Damian and Drew cage match go? And you have to be exact with your answer, but I'll let you think about that for a second because I've had time to think about it. I'll give you some time to think about it while we go over, or I'll let you finish writing down. You know you don't have to write these down. I can show it to you after the show.
Oh, you're good. I already got it down. I wrote
Okay.
my time down. How fast?
Okay. And here you have Brian's. It is John Cena. It is also Jey Uso. They have those two the same. The other two matches they have different. They have Drew McIntyre and they have Seth and Braun. And then the tiebreaker question for Ultimate one is 22 minutes and 15 seconds. The minutes for Sooner is 27 minutes and 37 seconds. So with that being said, what is your pick for the tiebreaker question?
I'm going to go 22 minutes and 30 seconds. I think
22:30.
Yeah.
I am going to go 24 minutes and 27 seconds.
24-27. Got it.
Michael just ahead of me, 24 minutes and 37 seconds. Stampede, 23 minutes and 42 seconds. Isaiah thinks it's going to go a cool 30 minutes. I don't think it'll go quite that long. Carol, 21 minutes and 40 seconds. You don't have to write all these down, obviously, because these are just cool guesses. Lady Alpha, 25:18. I definitely think this will be the longest match on the card. That's why I picked this one. Because I don't think any other match goes as long as the cage match.
Yeah,
because I thought about picking, Uso and Logan, which is supposed to be in the main event, but I thought it would be cooler to do the cage match because I think the cage match will actually be the longest match on the card. So, you got them all locked and loaded?
Oh yeah, I got everything.
So, which match are you most excited for going into Saturday night's main event?
The pizza that I'm going to be eating? I don't know, man. Honestly, I would say if they built it up a little bit more, which I know they're going to make a badass freaking promo, the Cena Truth stuff could be a heck of a lot better. But that's the one match I really am looking forward to because it's one of those matches that you're like, man, you could have done this a while ago, And I'm not.
Well, they've done it before. They've wrestled before.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about like when Truth had that run with the 24/7 title and everybody was saying, dude, give him the US title or give him an Intercontinental Championship run. This is where you could have done it. That's when you could have done it then. And that would have been two big names who's been in the company for so long. Truth can run it with anybody on the promo game. And Cena could definitely do it with anybody. And it's very rare when you can get it like that with two guys. One guy is really funny and the other dude is actually very serious when he wants to be,
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to the cage match. I mean, I'm looking forward to see how, if they let them get brutal.
Yes.
Being on network television, because it is on NBC. So you got to think about that. So they may not let them get as brutal as they want. But I'm looking forward to that. See what kind of stops they pull out. See what they do to each other. I think it's going to be interesting.
Yes.
All right. Moving on to NXT Battleground. That beautiful title. Coming home to daddy.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Stay with me. Stay with me. That Phoenix loves having that.
You just admitted I'm daddy?
Nah, I'm staying with me. Staying with Papa.
First up, speaking of daddies, you've got. Sorry, my brain just went dead.
Tony D about
Stacks going against his daddy, Tony D. I'll go first on this one. I think it's got to be Stacks, man. I mean, he's the one you're building up. I mean, this may be Tony D's go away show before he gets called up. So they need to pass the torch. Who better than to pass the torch to than the underboss Stacks? It would turn what's left of the D'Angelo family back heel, which I thought they were better as heels than they have been with this weird face run that they've been on.
Yes, you're right.
So I think Stacks wins it. Who you got?
All right. As much as I would like to witness Tony D win and whack this Fugazi underboss right here, right?
Well, I don't know half of the words you just said.
I have to agree with Isaiah. Stacks is going to be the one that whacks Tony D in this match.
All right. So you're going with Stacks.
Oh, yeah.
She was thinking, Carol was thinking the same thing. Stampede, I see your comment. We'll put it up when we get to AEW. We'll add that to our predictions as well.
Yeah.
So once we get there, if I forget, remind me, Stampede. Remind me of this comment in case it gets scrolled through as we're talking NXT and I forget because I did not know that. Next up, you've got the match that was just made Tuesday. Kalani Jordan beats Zarya on Tuesday, challenges Sol Ruka for the North American title. Who you got and why?
I got Sol Ruka still being champion. There's no way. What's going on, Luis? No way. Sol Ruka loses right now. I think everything's pointing towards Zarya versus Sol Ruka. All right, and that's where I'm hoping too. That's gonna be a really good match between those two. I mean, Jordan, she was a great NXT Women's Champion and everything, but Sol Ruka has been crazy good. So I'm going with Sol.
Yeah, for all the reasons you just said, I think it's going to be Sol. I think we're leading to a her and Zarya match here soon. So I think she does get involved. But I think Sol ends up winning it. I don't know about this, but I'm taking Sol. Yep. And I think hopefully they do it after the match. I don't think they.
I was gonna say I think it's after the match or on Tuesday.
Yeah. You never know what you're gonna get with the run-in, Michael. You never know.
Whacking each other.
One of the things about our show that people love is you never know what you're really gonna get.
Yeah.
Stampede thinks Sol retains, as does Michael.
Sol. She's about Sol set. It's Sol set. She's shit out of Kalani Jordan.
Yeah, but these two have had really good matches in the past, so it should be a good match regardless.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Next up, the 6-man tag team. The Culling take on Hank and Tank and Josh Briggs in a 6-man tag match. I will go first. I've got the Culling just because I don't want the other ones to win. I want to see something from the Culling, man. I really like this group. I'm a huge Shawn Spears fan. I want to see something from the Culling. And I'm going to say that Josh Briggs takes the pin. That's why it was added to this match.
Yep.
So I will say that the Culling wins.
I said the same thing when they had Briggs enter this match. I'm gonna have the Culling win as well. For the same damn reasons you literally just said. As soon as they added Briggs, I was like, game over.
And I want, and the kid's name is escaping me. I want his former partner to pin him. I want that story to kind of come to a head there.
No, I would love for those two to finally go.
I usually know his name. I can't think of his name. I can tell you everybody else is in the Culling, but I can't think of his name right now.
I can't think of his name either right now. And he's winning me over.
Stampede win. Yep. Says the same thing. God, that is irritating the crap out of me. Who is that kid's name? Because you've got Nico, you've got Izzy, you've got Sean. And I cannot think. I can usually think of his name. Somebody give me the other kid in the Culling's name, the guy that used to tag with Briggs.
Do it.
Please. It's hurting me. It's hurting my brain.
Do it.
Can't move. Jensen. Brooks Jensen, yes.
Jensen.
Carol knows him. And that's why I know, because Carol knows Brooks Jensen's dad. We've had that conversation. I know this. So see, I had a brain fart. I apologize. It's better than a regular fart. Doesn't stink as much. There you go. Moving on. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line on a WWE PLE as Joe Hendry takes on Trick Williams. Who you got and why?
I got Joe Hendry beating Trick Williams. And it's just because, they're not going to let Trick Williams win that title right now. And look, I like Tricky Will, but he's the one who's about to go do some better things here soon. Plus, he's going to have some time off here soon.
I wouldn't be shocked, and I'm surprised you didn't come up with this. I wouldn't be surprised if we get an appearance by AJ Francis.
I've already thought about
in first class, and they actually cost Joe Hendry the title. And Trick Williams joins first class, and they have a crossover group with Trick Williams in first class.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I think he's in Houston.
I mean, they make planes for a reason.
I know, but that's the only reason why I didn't say anything. And then like, because I follow him on everything, and I'm like, oh my god, is he gonna be there or not? Because I think he said he's going to Houston for Reality of Wrestling to work with some stuff over there with Booker T. You
Yeah,
know?
but that usually that's on Sunday.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
So he can easily do this on Saturday. Fly
this is
over. Oh
on
no, this
Sunday.
is on
This is
Sunday.
on Sunday. That's what
This
I'm
is on
saying.
Sunday.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying. It just makes me think that, I'm like, oh man, is he over there or not?
Yeah, or it could be Dark State. I would rather see First Class. I want them to kind of bleed those storylines in.
That'd be
'Cause I
dope.
think that makes it a cooler story.
So you're going Tricky Will.
Yep, I'm going Trick Williams. And then you can add in all the other stuff if you want to, but that's not gonna be part of my prediction. But,
Yeah, it's all good. I got Joe, you got Trick. That's the only match that we're so far.
so yep.
Well, all right.
Next up, we'll see if we're opposite on this one. You've got Obafemi versus Miles Bourne. I'll go ahead and make my pick because everybody knows who I'm going to pick. I don't think it's any question that I'm going to pick Obafemi. Roll Tide.
I tied.
Yeah, I got Obafemi just because he's Obafemi. That's all I got.
I'm going Oba because High Tide and Miles is just being fed. I don't think he's actually just being fed. I think he's being prepped, but right now he's being fed to the ruler, and the ruler's hungry.
Miles will lose this match.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's sad. Very sad.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be, I don't think it will be a squash match. I think they will let him get some offense in, let him get a little bit of a showcase. So I think it'll be kind of cool. But yeah, Oba retains. Let's come on. There's no question.
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying.
Then you have what should be the main event. I don't think they've actually announced the order of the matches just yet.
That's
my one word, event. Oba. It would be my main event too. Stephanie McCool, Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Title. Who you got and why?
This one's tough because there's rumors circulating that this is Vicor's last match and that she might be coming to the main roster. But I don't know. They got a great roster down there in NXT and they want to showcase a lot of these women. But that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna go with what Stampede just said. I was thinking Jordan Grace is gonna be the new NXT Women's Champion.
So I hear what you're saying. And this is going to make our predictions really messy. But I actually think Stephanie wins.
Well, that doesn't make anything messy.
I think this is going to be a series of matches between these two. I don't think they're going to get Stephanie the call-up just yet. Look, you just had two huge call-ups in Roxanne and Julia.
Yep.
I don't think you want to muddy the waters too much and have a full-time call-up right now. I think they're going to do the same thing with her that they did with Roxanne. I don't think she's going to be there for years. I think she's there at least until SummerSlam. I think after SummerSlam, they let her come up, and then they let her start making her mark at that point. But I don't think they want to muddy the waters too much more than they already have. So I think they let Julia and Roxanne breathe on the main roster as two of the big call-ups and let Stephanie – and look, give me a 3-match series of Vicour and Jordan Grace coming out on top at whatever, Stand and Deliver, wherever they're at for Stand and Deliver New York or whatever. Whatever that's going to be called at that point, and then let Jordan win that one, and that's when she goes over. I'm all for that, but I think Stephanie wins this match, and I don't think she gets called up just yet. Carol thinks Jordan wins. Michael thinks Jordan wins. Pretty much everybody but me thinks Jordan wins. So there you go.
He's a bad mumba jumba.
They're both bad mumba jumbas.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I ain't saying anything bad about Stephanie. Yeah.
Why do you hate Stephanie? To bring our conversation up earlier. You like Jordan. Why do you hate Stephanie?
Well, you hate Stephanie.
So for those who don't know, a little behind the scenes of behind the scenes.
Oh my god.
We were talking about the internet and people in general. Just when you say you like something, why you have to hate something else. So that's kind of an inside joke from our behind the scenes. Make sure you go check us out behind the scenes 30 minutes before we go live here over on Sp3dRock's Twitch account. At 7:30 Central every Thursday night before we go live here on the Run-In.
Good times.
And that is all for Battleground. Next up, Double or Nothing. Look at that pretty crown.
Look at that beautiful
pretty crown on my head.
That's about to be on my Phoenix head right there. Look at that.
Got the cool sunglasses on. Got my crown on.
That bitch is going to be bald. We're gonna have that.
I think I wore
Bones.
that shirt today too. Just I
That's
mean, I'm not wearing it now,
hilarious.
but I think I wore that to work today, so it fits perfectly. It's like I knew.
That's
It's like
funny.
I knew.
I love it.
But before we get to the ones we have, I did promise I was going to go back. Now I got to find this comment. I wish I knew how to do that, but first up on Double or Nothing, Paragon, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly versus Josh Alexander, Kyle Fletcher, and Konosuke Takeshita just got added to All In. So you want to write that match down real quick, and I'll tell who I think is going to win and why while you're writing it down?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me who you got winning.
I mean, we just talked about him earlier. I think it's going to be Alexander Fletcher and Takeshita, the Don Callis family. They will not win by normal tactics. There's going to be some kind of underhanded tactics because it's the Callis family. So I don't think there's any way that Paragon wins. I think there's going to be good stuff for Paragon, but not in this match. Give me the Don Callis family.
Yeah, I agree with that. Don Callis family is very well tight, well unit. Meanwhile, Roddy Strong and Kyle O'Reilly is just C+ at best. You're going up against one of the best wrestlers in the world. Then you got Kyle Fletcher, who's just an absolute freak. And then, look, Alexander, okay, is just an absolute freak. So you get 3 studs versus Adam Cole.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to call. They're not bums.
I know they're not bums.
Roddy and Kyle aren't bums.
I know they're good.
Yeah, they're definitely not on the level.
No,
like none of the 3 are on the level of Takeshita, and really probably even a Fletcher and Alexander. I mean, probably all 3 of them outranked, even Adam Cole.
I would put Fletcher and Adam Cole side by side. They're Fletcher's younger and he's going to be better. He's still got some.
That's fair.
Little bit more improvement. Fair. Little bit, but that dude's right there, and he's in the perfect faction to elevate himself even further.
Yeah. All right, so both of us have the Callis family, and another match that Stampede said got added. A match that I will definitely be watching on the 0 hour.
Yeah,
for reasons.
Yeah, a lot of reasons.
Should be a great wrestling match. You've got Megan Bain, Penelope Ford versus Harley and Anna Jay. I'll let you go first on this one. Who you got?
I'm probably going to go Harley and Anna Jade on this one. And I'm not even going to lie to you. I was hoping they wouldn't put this one on there. I thought this was going to go on Dynamite. So I wasn't prepared for this at all. But I definitely am going to go
Well, that's
Harley
why we're adding it on here. That's why we're doing this on the fly. I mean, I'm going to go Bain and Penelope.
All right.
I don't think there's any way they're going to let them take a loss here. But really, the winners are us.
Yes,
it's going to be a great women's match.
Yes.
So 100%.
I was hoping
that missed everybody's comments on wins. Let's go back. What's up, Zach Minger? Appreciate you coming in.
The price is wrong. How you doing?
Girl says Callis family, Isaiah Callis family, Stampede.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Cal Fletcher gets the pin on Adam Cole. And you're right.
1 defense so far.
I thought it was at least 2, yeah.
Megan and Penelope, Megan and Ford. Have a good stream, Michael. He's headed out to join his stream. Definitely check them out after we finish our show. They're kicking out at 2. I think they're on their YouTube and they're on their Twitch and Discord as well. She has got Harley, Cameron, and Anna Jay. Carol does. So there we go. And when we get on to the matches that we have on our graphic, first up, I'm going to call this, and it's funny that I've got Carol's comment still up there. We're going to call this the match for Carol. It's FTR versus Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia. Not that we need to ask Carol who's going to win because we know who Carol thinks is going to win, but who do you think will win this match? Stampede.
I'm going FTR.
Why did I touch you? Did you Stampede?
It's all good.
I was reading something from Stampede on there. Jesus.
I'm going FTR. True tag team. I know Nigel can go in the ring. We all know that. But I'm not a fan of what Daniel Garcia. I think Daniel Garcia turns too. But I just hope to God this is it with that stupid hump in the air bull crap that he does. FTR wins this. This is a no-brainer. Top guys all day. The good guys are going to win this one.
See, I see this comment, and I'm going to call you out, Stampede, because ever since I've talked about the Waller character joining Seth Rollins' group, I don't think Garcia fits with FTR.
No.
As much as we talked about Stokely not fitting with FTR, and they've made that work, you're going to have to completely reset Daniel Garcia for him to fit with this FTR group.
Yeah,
nothing about him right now fits with FTR. So I don't want him to turn. I don't want him to go with FTR. I want Daniel Garcia to go out on his own. I do think FTR wins, but I don't think it's because of Daniel Garcia. I just don't. And maybe that's my bias because I'm not a Garcia fan.
Yeah.
But I don't think he fits with that faction at all.
I think he turns after the match. You know, like he blames Nigel for the loss. And
I could see that, but I don't think he joins FTR.
No,
maybe you weren't meaning he joined FTR, Stampede. If you didn't mean he was joining FTR, but he just turns and just becomes heel, then please let me know. And I apologize for the rant I just went on. I apologize for the words that came out of my mouth. Next up, the final of the women's Owen Hart tournament. Mercedes Moné, Jamie Hayter. Who you got?
Man, this one's hard. This one's very hard because I want Hayter to win, to be honest with you. But are they going to let Moné win? And it's just really hard. I'm going to say Hayter because I like Jamie Hayter, and I think her and Toni Storm. But I don't know, man. I haven't wrote this down yet. Hayter, final offer. Go.
Well, I mean, I don't have to go. I can still give my explanation first.
Goodness. Oh, no. I'm not saying like that. I was like, go, you go.
Gosh, quit rushing me, Dad.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to go Mercedes Moné. I think there's a really cool story that you can tell. I don't know if AEW will tell it. You have Mercedes Moné win this. So obviously she goes to All In to challenge Toni Storm.
Yeah.
I think between now and All In, you let Moné start losing all the belts one by one, week after week. She starts going on a losing streak, has kind of a crisis of confidence. And then I actually wouldn't mind her seeing beat Toni Storm for the title at the time, as long as she goes through that. I don't want to see her to collect another belt. Don't. But I would like for her to see maybe drop all the titles. Kind of have to have that, look in the mirror moment where she's like, okay, well, maybe something's going on. And she can use this win as the catalyst of I am the greatest professional wrestler on the planet. I've got all these titles. I just won this. I'm about to come claim my last title in the AEW Women's Championship. So she starts doing open challenges. She starts doing funny matches, and she starts losing and losing and losing. And then faces Toni Storm at All In and finally gets a big win. And then she somehow turns face at all that. So I think it could happen. So you obviously don't agree. Let's see. Hayter with what's the story? He thinks Hayter. Carol agrees. Moné wins. There we go. And you could do that, but let Athena win as part of that, as part of the story I talked about. Let Athena win the TBS title.
Yes. Let Athena.
That's part of that story.
Bring her on national television.
Yes.
Again, she deserves it.
All right. Next up, we've got Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet. I want to say this is a stretcher match. Yeah, you've got it written down there. It is a stretcher match. I'll go first on this one. I think it's Ricochet. I mean, they're building him up too much. I don't think he takes a loss here. So yeah, I'm going to say Ricochet. That's all I got.
I agree. That's all I got too. I agree. I'm sorry, but the only thing is like, I hate to say it like this. I don't think AEW looks at Briscoe more than just a tag team specialist without his brother. He's not the singles guy. And it sucks to say it that way. He's more of he's going to get you over. He's going to give you a great match. Briscoe does give you good matches, but you're right. They're pushing Ricochet big time.
Yeah. And Stampede, this comment, that's why I kind of had the story that I had where she goes through and loses all the titles. And then she beats Tony with just that title. I don't want her to win if she's still got all the titles because I agree. It bottlenecks everything and it's just not a good idea.
Didn't she?
But I want to see her lose all the other ones. She lost the New Japan Pro Wrestling Women Strong to Azumi.
I thought so.
Like a week or two ago. So Stampede thinks Ricochet wins as well.
Ricochet. Pretty Ricky. I'm playing.
Apparently the main event of Collision is going on right now and it's slapping pretty hard.
Should be watching.
Briscoe is the guy you can put in there with anyone and have any type of match. Extremely valuable. Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's a utility guy to get you over.
Yep. But he's not going to beat Ricochet. So
no,
we both know that.
No.
Next up, you've got Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Kazuchika Okada. Yeah, I mean, it's Okada.
It is Okada.
Yeah, I mean, Bailey's going to give him a great match. This is going to be a great,
I was going to say
4.5, 5-star match.
Yeah, it's going to be a good 10, 15-minute match.
Yeah, but it's going to be Okada. They're still building Omega Okada down the line. Yep. That's what we're getting to.
And this was a great
Okada
move
wins
by Speedball Mike Bailey, leaving and not going to WWE. You know what I'm saying? He's in AEW. He's getting great spot. He's getting exposure. This is a great way to expose him against one of the best wrestlers in the world, top 10 easy in a lot of people's list. Yeah, this match could steal the show. You're damn right. And if it's not this match, it's damn well going to be that Will Ospreay versus Hangman Adam Page match. But we'll get to that one later.
So we're both going Okada here?
Oh, yeah. All day.
Sweet.
All day.
Next up, you've got the Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas. Not pictured is newest member of the Hurt Syndicate, MJF. But who you got on?
His mama. MJF hates his mama.
Apparently.
Yeah, I got the Hurt Syndicate winning this one. The Sons of Texas. I love them. I love what Dustin's been doing and how he's turned Sammy around. Because Sammy used to be a liability. Now Sammy's becoming actually a really good wrestler. And he's out of that Jericho phase where he's got to try to show up the Ocho and show him what he's about. But Dustin's been a great mentor for Sammy, but the Hurt the Hurt Syndicate is going to hurt people like they say they do.
Yeah, I agree. They hurt people. That's it. They hurt people. They're going to hurt Sammy. They're going to hurt Dustin, and they're going to retain. I would love to see FTR in the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh,
Make that for All In. Make that for All In. That's your All In match right there. With some help from Max. Yep.
Or Cedric.
I don't know that they're going to bring him in just yet. That's going to be a little further down the line. I think.
Yeah, no,
I think they're going to let the Max thing breathe a little bit, and then once Max starts to pull some shenanigans, then they're going to call Cedric in to kind of help clean up the mess.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Did that one. FTR ain't ready for the Syndicate yet. Still another story. That's fair. That's why I said I wanted it all in. Still a month or two away. But
3 months later.
Next up, the Women's AEW Championship, Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa. Who you got on?
I got Tony. Tony's just crazy. Look, it's coming. This women, and I saw something that says AEW's women's division, the best women's division out there. It's either second or first. I can't tell you right now if it is first.
Who else do you have?
I have NXT right there with them. Women division wise, NXT has one of the better. I don't know. I think they're neck and neck, to be honest with you.
Even though they just lost Roxanne and Julia?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, come on. Jada Parker's been stepping up. You got the Juggernaut. You got Stephanie Vacour. You got Sol Ruka. You got Zarya. And you got a lot of women that are coming up right now. And that's what I was about to ask. Who's the visitor? I
think it's Mariah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but I hope not. I kind of hope that she lives out her dream and goes to WWE.
Yeah, we'll
Be
see.
easy, Lady Alpha. Good night.
So Cope and Christian. See, I think it would be more of a better. I think it would be a better story if you let him go through the Hurt Syndicate, maybe beat the Hurt Syndicate, and then have the Copeland and Christian match for the titles. Not that it needs a title,
No.
but I think it would be cool to have the titles involved in that. That's just me. Next up,
Hey,
Anarchy in the Arena.
Pick. You didn't give your pick.
Oh, my bad. We talked about it earlier in the night. It's Tony Storm.
Yeah.
I gave a whole 2 or 3 month story where I have Mercedes beating Tony Storm for the title. So I mean, obviously, I'm not going to pick against Tony Storm right now. So
Tony
Storm wins.
Tony.
Well, at least one person likes my idea. That's good. Because Sped obviously didn't earlier.
What are you talking about? Sped didn't say anything.
Exactly. That's how I know you didn't like it.
I don't know what you mean. I'm just like, hold on here. I'm trying to keep track. Yeah.
Look, I know you better than you know yourself.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Anarchy in the Arena. The Young Bucks and the Death Riders up against Kenny Omega, Willow Nightingale, Swerve Strickland, and the Ops. Who you got?
I got Death Riders with the Young Bucks. I didn't want to say their name, but yes, I got Death Riders with the Young Bucks. There's just a better fact. Do you see the ending of Dynamite?
Mm-hmm.
I know you didn't watch the NBA East Conference Finals game, but that ending, dude, that was crazy. One of the craziest endings this year, probably the best ending this year for any show. All right, and again,
last night's time I actually didn't say. I got to go back and watch last night's time.
Okay, well,
I had other stuff going on.
Well, the ending, the ending definitely had the Young Bucks in it, and I hate saying
you can tell me. I'm still going to go back and watch it.
Well, no, I mean, they were jumping off. It was just chaos. It's straight chaos. You got to watch it. It's one of those moments where you're like, damn.
So was it? It was crazier than the week before, where Swerve jumped off the cage and.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's very, very nuts. It had people on Twitter going, "The ending was very nice." It was one of those. It was one of those that you went on Twitter and you were like, "Yo, Tony Khan, whatever you were doing that night, do it again. Do it again next week, please."
Yeah, I mean, I had planned on going back to watching it anyway, just because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I had other stuff. Like I said, other stuff going on, so I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, no, that last night was nice. That was that. I look. I don't care what anyone says. I see all those numbers out there and all those parody accounts and all those people are like, 575,000 lost to NXT.
It doesn't. Don't even bring it up. It's fine. Don't even mention it. Let's ignore it. It doesn't matter. So let's ignore that part.
But part to that though, that means nothing because what they're doing over in AEW is about to hit 800 to 1 million people, 800,000 to 1 million people here soon. They're building stories. They're doing things over in AEW that WWE should be doing. You know, actually building instead of just be like, yeah, it's Logan Paul versus Jey Uso. We'll just knock him out 4 times. Yeah.
So I'm actually going to go with the Death Riders as well. I mean, not for any real reason. I mean, I just think that they're still trying to build the Death. I mean, they're still trying to build the Death Riders to be this big faction. Now they've got the Bucks in there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could happen. I mean, there's the Okada of it all. You've got Omega in this match. Does Okada come in and try to take Omega out? You know, because he's part of the Young Bucks. He's part of the Elite. So he's still kind of on the periphery of that. I mean, it's just it makes too much sense for the Death Riders to win this.
Oh man, this last one's hard.
Yeah, that leaves us with one more.
This last one's tough, man.
The main event: Will Ospreay, Hangman Adam Page, the finals of the Owen Hart Cup. Who you got?
Hangman Adam Page. Only reason why is because Will Ospreay said something in his promo last night that got me thinking that Hangman Adam Page is going to win. They're going to be at the O2 in London soon. All right. I don't remember what pay-per-view they're doing. I can't remember what it was. but that's not too far from where Will Ospreay grew up. All right. Moxley versus, and I've been saying that Hangman's the guy that's going to take the title back and save AEW because he does need to be that guy, right? But after that promo last night, and I get it, a lot of people were saying that he can't cut a promo, and I thought it was kind of boring at first. But once he started getting into it, and he started Forbidden Door, that's what it was. Thank you. But yes, I think he wins it at Forbidden Door. And yes, that's what I was thinking too. Hangman wins right here, loses to Moxley. Moxley loses to Will Ospreay at the O2 Center. And that's who your savior is.
Okay. So I'm going Ospreay.
Ospreay.
Ospreay has and just like you said, Hangman, I've said Ospreay from the beginning of this.
Yep.
Ospreay's the savior. Ospreay's the one that takes the title. He takes it all in. Then he defends his title at O2 against a returning Danielson.
Ooh.
So they could have a rematch of their last time.
Yeah.
So of their last match. But I mean, I've said it from the beginning. I'm not going to go against it now. Ospreay's the one that needs to take the title. I mean, he's the one that they've built up to be the most superhero-esque for the supervillain that they've created.
Yeah.
So I think he wins here. I think he takes it. You could do a lot more without him, with Hangman, with him losing and going off into other stories.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I just think it is. Stampede Ospreay is also not the guy that his story is about his own ascension, but there you go.
I don't know. Last night, I don't know if you saw it though, but that promo, Stampede, that promo last night, and you're right, it was about self-redemption for Hangman. Ospreay kept saying it. You're worried about Swerve. That's all you're worried about. For the last year, you've been worried about one guy. You've been fixated on him. And he was like, bring back the guy that could beat Moxley. If you could bring that guy back and I can beat you, I know I can beat Moxley. Right? And that's what makes me think, okay, he's bringing back, he's going to try to bring back that old Hangman, that ruthless side. Maybe he brings it back. He wins. Yeah, that promo was off the chain. That's why I'm saying this promo made me change my mind about the whole game. Because I was saying that Hangman is the savior. I've been saying that since day one of this Owen Hart tournament. And you've been saying Will Ospreay. So it's kind of funny how me and, our picks are dead last. Yeah, in the last part. But like at the end of the day is what I'm saying. That promo last night, Ospreay put more fire into that than any other promo I've seen him do in a while. It was about me.
That's a fair point.
He is right.
Fair point.
I don't know. No, because Ospreay did say that it has to be him, Ospreay, that beats Moxley to save AEW in that. He did mention that last night. But
still, he said it was all about him, apparently. I haven't seen the promo, so I'll have to go back.
No, it was all about them. Yeah, they both were all saying that, I need this more than you. And he's like, no, you don't need it. I fucking need it type of deal. Like I really need it after everything I went through the last year with certain person. He would never say Swerve's name either. It was Will Ospreay that kept saying Swerve's name. Hank never said Swerve's name.
So with that being said, Stampede, who's the guy? Who's the guy that it's about AEW over everything? Because if it's the name I think you're going to say, no, it's not.
I was going to say, do not say Sammy Guevara.
No. Gosh, no. He wasn't going to say that name. I think I know who he's going to say.
Allen?
That's what I think he's going to say. And if that's the case, that's completely wrong because the dude's been gone for 3 months climbing Mount Everest.
He held a flag.
He planted a flag. He held a flag.
JBL did too.
But not Mount Everest.
No, not Everest, no.
No. Yeah, I've seen that online too.
Everest.
JBL never climbed Everest.
No, JBL would be dead. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that.
I'm not saying that. JBL climbed a lot of. I mean, he climbed Kilimanjaro. He climbed a lot of really big mountains, but he never climbed Everest.
Crazy.
That's it.
During the time he was climbing, the weather pattern was loco. If you look at the history and the stats of that.
You can't say that. You can't say that back to back. You can't say that it's all about me, and that's not the story, and then put Darby Allin in the center of it. Because again, the guy's been gone for what 3, 4, 5 months, climbing Mount Everest. If it was not all about him, he would be there. There's no way you'll ever make that make sense to me, and maybe I'm the problem, but there's zero way you could ever make that make sense to me.
I don't see him being the savior now. Nah. Watch it be Yuta.
So I don't know.
How mad would you guys be if it was Yuta?
I wouldn't be mad. I mean, it depends on how long a story you want to tell.
That's true.
I mean, if you want to tell a story where Danielson comes back and Yuta turns back to the good side, and then trains with Danielson, and then finally takes it there, then you could tell that story long term. But that's another year in the making. That's not a quick storyline.
No, that's a long time in the making. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a year or more in the making. So, but I just don't see it as Darby. So, all right, that's it for AEW. All of our picks, man, we did it. All the picks are done. Everything's locked in, ready to go. We're ready for a huge weekend of wrestling.
We did that in an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Damn.
But we're not quite done yet. Got a couple other things. We do have our Twitter post of the week. I saw this the other day. I thought it was interesting. And you guys in the comments let us know. You have $40 in your bank, and you need to build a show using these WWE superstars. Again, you have to pick 4, so you got to pick 4 of them. 4 men, 4 women.
4 men, 4 women. Okay.
Yep. That way it's equal.
Damn.
So you can think about it for a second, and I'll give you mine because I've already built mine.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you go, and everybody in the comments, let us know what you think. So mine is Karrion Kross, Kevin Owens, and Lyra Valkyria out of the $2.
Okay, 6.
Out of the $4, I'll take Cody Rhodes. Out of the $6, I'm going to take Becky Lynch. And out of the $8, give me John Cena, Tiffany, and Io Sky. And that's $40. In those 8, I have probably 2 of the biggest and best baby faces in WWE, and Cena and Cody. I have 2 of the best heels, in my opinion, in KO and Kross. So that makes 2 really good rivalries there. You've got 2 veteran presences in Io and Becky, and then you have 2 up-and-comers who can learn from them, learn the ropes, and become the future of your company in Tiffany and Lyra Valkyria. So that's kind of my thought behind it. And that's I get there's Io Sky twice on there. The $4 it was supposed to be Kairi Sane according to the author of this.
Okay. So,
but I'll let you get away with it if you want to.
So I was gonna go Io from the 8 and J. Io, Tiffany, and J. Boom, boom, boom. That's 24. And then I'm gonna take Alexa out of the 6. All right. And then I'm going to go AJ out of the 4, Kross, Owens. Oh, damn. I got to pick somebody else. I didn't pick this right. Oh, well.
Yeah, at this point, you got to pick Vega or Lyra because you only have $2.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. Then pick me Vega. That's all day. I'll take them.
Okay. And so it's like, for me, the hardest one was to pick between Becky and Bliss,
Alexa,
because those were the 2 I have. Because I mean, they're both good. And on Twitter, I actually picked Bliss.
Yeah.
And after thinking about it for a while, I went with Becky just because I think she would have a better feud with Lyra, just because of the history and everything like that. So yeah. Let's see: Isaiah, Bliss, Tiffy, Bex, KO, Oos, Kross, and Orton. There you go.
I love how you put Oos and it said using earlier on X.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
TC's been having that problem too.
Yeah. Well, and the problem is that I didn't proofread it because I was at work trying to do it, so I had to hurry.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
That's why you shouldn't Twitter at work, people, so you don't get in trouble. All right. Yeah. If you guys see it, make sure go give the original creator a love. You see his name there. Go reply. Let us know in the comments who you think. Isaiah gave his. Who do you guys think you would pick for $40? But next up, we have the Run-In Matchmaker Series brought to you by Sped and Stampede this week. Thank you, Stampede, for your help. Take it away, Stampede. Take it away, Sped. Almost
all right,
Stampede
so
again. Jesus.
this is Stampede's birth child right here, folks. So we got Starlight Kid from Stardom. Mayu, I don't know how to say her last name, but I'm not 100% sure she's with Mari Gold anymore. I thought I read something that she's leaving. But either way, we got Mayu, we got Starlight Kid, two really good Japanese wrestlers out there right now. And then you got Io and you got Mercedes. These four ladies are going to in the iconic queen collisions is what I'm calling it. All right. Me personally, I got Starlight Kid winning this because she's quick. She's got the technical prowess. I was watching Starlight Kid's highlights. She is okay. We talk about how smooth Pac is in the ring. Go watch her one time, folks. Go watch Starlight Kid one time. You're gonna be like, how has AEW not snatched her up? How has WWE not snatched her up? You know, and then you got Mayu, right? Mayu might be a little bit older than everybody in here. I'm not 100% sure. I know she's been around since the 2000s, but she I don't know where she just moved to as well, but they said everything I've seen is all about straight striking with her. She is powerful. She is quick. She's veteran savvy. All right. And I still think Starlight wins this over all this the star power right here. Io's beautiful. She's got her thing. Mercedes got her thing. I think those two, they get into a WWE, AEW fight, you know, like on the outside, and it turns into Stardom versus Mari Gold. And I think Starlight Kid, she gets the win. This is just me, though. Stampede, who do you got?
Okay, well, Stampede and everybody's putting theirs in the comments. I will do mine. And just for cleanup purposes, her last name is Iwatani. Iwatani.
Thank you.
Yep.
You would think with all the anime I watch, I would know this.
So, full disclosure, I've had a very busy week. I have not had a chance, and I just saw this earlier today, so I've not had a chance to go back and look at Iwatani and Starlight Kid a whole lot. I've seen a little bit of Starlight Kid, but not enough to know. So I am actually going to just kind of go with feel here and say, I know Io Sky is one of the best wrestlers on the planet. I know Mercedes is one of the best wrestlers on the planet, but I love Io Sky. So I'm going to go with Io.
I feel that. No, I feel that 100.
I think it's going to be a great match just from the way you described it. I'm definitely going to go check out Starlight in Iwatani. Now I'm having trouble saying
Iwatani. Yeah.
But not knowing enough about them, I can't say that they would beat, either one of the two of the best wrestlers that I do know of on the planet.
Oh, man.
So
I feel what you're saying. Once you go,
what's up, Juggalo?
What up, Juggalo? ICP, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Gary Morton's officially the JCW heavyweight champ. Nice. Nice.
Heck yeah. JCW's still doing it.
And Starlight Kid can go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely and look, that's one of the things when we started the matchmaker. That's one of the cool things about it is you get to go back and you get to learn wrestlers that you may not have seen, wrestlers that were from a long time ago. I know all these are very current in this one in particular, but that's one of the things we do this for. So now I've learned two wrestlers that I can go do research on, that I can go look up highlights on and learn how great they are. So if they ever do come to AEW or WWE, I can be one of those people that said, "Oh yeah, I saw her in Marigold. Oh, I saw her in Stardom."
Yep.
So now I know her game.
Oh man,
so definitely, I love it. Thank you, Stampede, for putting your knowledge in there and giving us some new people to go look. Like I said, I have seen Starlight Kid. I've heard of her. I know who she is. I just don't know enough about her to put her over in this match. But I'm definitely going to go learn about Iwatani and see more of Starlight Kid, and probably get up on some Io and Mercedes as well. Gary Morton is mostly focused in the NWA, but he is JCW. There you go.
Oh, nice.
I don't think he'll be in WWE either. That's a good point. Not for a while. So there. All right. I think I've got the final word this time, right?
Yeah, I just left everything up with the vet ticks and the first responder stuff, so that way they can still scan and get their
Okay. Well, go ahead and do that
ticket.
plug real quick. And then I will do the final word. And you can say
Word
bye to
up.
everybody.
Folks, here, go ahead, hit the thing real fast so they can scan it. This right here, if you scan the code right there, the QR codes, if you're a first responder or a veteran, I'm a veteran and I've used vet ticks. I've used vet ticks to go to see Capitals games and some concerts. You can do food and everything else on there. Look, Double or Nothing's coming up, and we love wrestling. That's why you guys are here. Scan the QR codes, get some really good tickets to AEW, to independent wrestling as well. Now baseball, football, everything, hockey, basketball, everything's on there. So go on there. These guys are for you, and I'm here to give it to you guys so that way you guys can do that. So we thank you guys, and thanks for tuning in tonight. It was fun.
So again, I mean, the final word tonight isn't going to be much. I'm going to go back and throw up some thoughts and prayers again for Zoe Stark. Again, gruesome injury. Hope everything is okay with her. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys, man. I mean, we can't do the show without you guys. We just hit 25,000 total views on YouTube earlier this week. And look, I started this channel before Sped got here a little bit. It's been almost a year. And I didn't have any followers. I didn't have anything. I just, put a couple of odd videos out. It wasn't even wrestling the first video or two. I got into wrestling videos because that's my passion. Sped and I got joined up with a friend of ours named Mr. U and EC. And we had the Thursday night triple threat and then the Thursday night tornado tag, I think we called it for a minute when EC joined us. And then we started the run in October. So it's been me and Sped since October. And it's been an incredible journey. Again, we just hit 25,000 views. That is all you guys. And you, Sped, thank you so much. I'm not doing this without you guys. And I know Sped feels the same way because I saw him say it as much and I've heard him say it. So I know I speak for him as well on that point.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Please go back. If you enjoy the show, if you like what you see, go tell a friend, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hit the notification so you know when we go live every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. We are going to try to do some other shows here and there, some other stuff, some more content for you guys, put some other videos out so we can just get more information out to you guys so we can try to bring more wrestling to everybody. It's what we're here for. We all love wrestling. So again, thank you guys. Keep on this journey with us and have a great night.